What is going on, good people? Man, look, things are changing and they are changing quickly. So in this video, we're gonna talk about three things. That's it, just three things that can ruin your fall overseed or renovation. And they are easy things for you to fix and take care of to make sure you carry that immaculate lawn that you just got from this fall into the spring of next year and dominate in 2023. All right. Let's get into this video, and we got to get this cleaned up. We got to take care of this. All right, let's go. The first thing that we want to talk about is the changing of microclimates in your lawn. So what is a microclimate? Those are the areas that are full sun compared to partial sun and shade, or they may be heavily shaded. Those are the areas that I'm talking about. So the sun pattern has now changed. It's not as high in the sky as it was during the middle of the summer. So those areas may be getting more or less sunlight than what they previously did. With that, you need to adjust your watering according to that, or at least pay attention to see if those areas are drying out or if they're staying more moist than what they were at different parts in the season. So for example, my backyard, in the far back areas of it, it used to get a lot of shade during the summer because of how high the sun was in the sky with the canopy of the trees. Now with the changing of the sun pattern, the sun is now lower in the sky and it's able to get that sunlight underneath the canopy of the trees, and it gets more sunlight now. So I have had to adjust and make sure that I keep that area watered more than what I did in the summertime. So make sure that you're paying attention to that and you're making any adjustments as necessary. The second thing that we're going to talk about is leaves are falling. That is a obvious one. It's like they just started falling all of a sudden, and we've had a couple of windy days, so that's even helped them fall even more. So with that, you need to make sure that you are cleaning up those leaves. Leaving leaf debris and letting them pile up on your lawn can be the number one thing that can ruin your lawn that you just worked so hard to get. So when you leave those leaves on the lawn, a couple of things happen. The first thing is they block the sunlight from getting to your grass that is underneath it. The second thing is when you water or when it rains, those leaves get heavy. So now that they're heavy, they now start to press down onto the grass and smother it down to the ground. And with that, it'll eventually kill out the lawn. So you want to make sure that you are keeping those leaves up off of your new renovation or your overseed, and you're securing your investment. This is an easy thing for you to do. Make sure you get out there. I like using a backpack blower. You could also use your mower with a bagger on there and get those leaves up. I like using my blower. I get a better cleanup. I can do it fairly quickly, and I can then come back and be able to mulch in my grass clippings, saving those nutrients and recycling them back into the lawn. And with the leaves falling, what does that mean? The canopy up above is now thinning out. So now you are also going to be getting more sunlight in those shaded areas than what you did before. So make sure you're paying attention to this as these changes are happening and the leaves are now thinning out that canopy up above. I know I said I was only going to give you three things, but I'm going to give you a bonus one. This one is going to be for disease pressure creeping into your lawn. We are about 3.5 weeks after seeding, which I did go down with propiconazole at that time. So now I am going down with hopefully what will be my last fungicide for the season to make sure that I am covered throughout this period. We are not outside the disease window with the additional watering that we've been doing, and also the cooler temperatures. So one lawn disease that does like to creep in on new seedlings is Pythium. Pythium can be very devastating in a quick period of time. So make sure you are checking your lawn to see if you have any active disease that has crept in that is present, and you are addressing it as such with the proper fungicide. All right, the final thing that we want to talk about in this video is going to be the lack of fertilization. It is the fall. We have cool season lawns. Now is the time to make sure that you are fertilizing those lawns. So that will help prepare it for winter, and it will also help it with your spring green up, making sure that your lawn is ready to go once it comes out of dormancy and the temperatures are right. So there is the term winterizer. In my opinion, that is just a marketing scheme. It's just kind of referring to the fact that in the fall, you need to put down something as far as fertilization goes for your lawn. When it comes to putting down that fertilizer, you want to make sure that you get your timing right. A winterizer does not mean that you put it down right before winter, as in November, December timeframe. You want to go ahead and get that fertilizer down on the lawn so that it can be taken up by the plant and utilized and stored inside the plant. So the later in the season, studies have shown that you get less efficiency of uptake of that nitrogen that you're putting down the later in the season it goes. All the way down to applications that are made in November, late November time, only utilizing about 10% of the fertilizer that was actually put down. That is a waste if you ask me. So make sure you're getting that fertilizer down earlier in your fall season, after the temperatures have started to cool down and your lawn is now recovering and back up and growing. But one thing is, make sure you get your mower ready, because you're gonna have to mow it. Cooler temperatures plus more moisture plus adequate fertilization means cool season lawns are gonna be growing. All right, y'all, that's all I've got for this one. Just a quick one for you to make sure that you're getting that lawn prepared and you're holding it over from that overseed or renovation. So if you're striving to have those immaculate lawns or gardens, just know we work.